Alright guys, welcome back. Welcome back to another video and another great, amazing end to an NFL Sunday. Congratulations once again to the entire community on demonstrating and destroying bookies, sports books, online casinos, whatever method of gambling you guys decided to take part in today. But if you definitely followed us and exactly what we decided to isolate and attack, was another amazing week in NFL football, as well as multiple additional notes for other games that were taking place. But once again, we decided to isolate one specific game for this NFL Sunday, uh, and we're gonna get into exactly why we did that, as well as another incredible example on how these numerical patterns continue to show themselves and happen at a insanely high rate. And it's definitely far beyond a coincidence the fact that these numbers continue to show and prove on a pretty consistent basis how important gematria is, not only to the sports world but just into in our everyday life as well. So if you're in here, click that, smash that, like that, appreciate that, pause everything. um Salute to you, Bookie Killer. Appreciate that. Congratulations on your amazing day, as well as anybody who sent me a private message, a Twitter message, Instagram DM. I will be getting back to you, and enjoy your celebrations. Definitely been a great start to the NFL season. Pretty consistent and amazing work has put us in a great financial position, as well as a very significant part of the community. Salute to all sharks and veterans that decided to use the method of live in-game attacking on this specific game that we isolated today, because it presented several opportunities. If you didn't appreciate the pregame line, there was very positive lines throughout the game for you to take advantage of. So salute to yourselves. You guys know exactly who you are. Salute to your bank accounts, as well as your Cash Apps, PayPal's, and whatever the case may be. We're gonna get into the game, and again, for anybody new to this channel, I invite you to check out all previous videos and content, and get more familiar. But what we basically talk about is using gematria, which is a numerical code that's synced up with the English the English letters and alphabet. We create and we show these numerical patterns that continue to happen across the four major sports, as well as UFC, college sports as well, NHL on occasion. But we mainly focus on the four main sports of Major League Baseball, NFL, um, NBA, as well as we dabble in the UFC, NHL, when amazing riddles do present themselves. But so basically, this is what's known as a gematria calculator, and all it does is assign a number of value to a letter. So obviously, A is the first letter of the alphabet, so it would be 1. And this cipher right here specifically, it says it for itself. It's reverse. So in reverse, A would be the 26th letter, and this cipher right here just brings that value together. So the 2 plus the 6 would equal the 8. So we mainly focus on these ciphers, but we're going to get into exactly what game we decided to attack today. Very obvious. The sync was there. The pattern was there. To me, this was the best game on the slate. As far as, the money line price, there were pretty high money line favorites of, for example, the Los Angeles Rams were as high as minus $400. To call that game correctly, you do not have to be a rocket scientist. The Los Angeles Rams were a minus 400 money line favorite. That presents absolutely zero value to us. Another game on the slate was that was pretty obvious, was the Indianapolis Colts. They were as high as minus $550. That's another game that presents absolutely zero value to us. And looking across the rest of the schedule, there's multiple games that we could have given out if we were just focusing on high money line favorites, as well as Kansas City, another high money line favorite, as high as minus 300. that absolutely provides no value for us, and so on and so forth. So focusing on this specific game, once again, congratulations to the entire community on another successful victory. Great decoding content provided to you by myself prior to the game. The Minnesota Vikings to defeat the Carolina Panthers. Heading into this game, the Carolina Panthers were one game above 500, while the Minnesota Vikings were one game below 500. So let's get into exactly why we decided to isolate this game, and we're going to talk about we're going to talk about, we're going to summarize it because at the same time we love to appreciate and respect the exclusivity of our community. And if you're not already a part of the community, the link will be in the description for anybody that wants to join up and get more familiar with what we're doing. On that note, let's get into this game and exactly why we liked it. So, and these synchronicities are going to be pretty hard to ignore for any sheep or anybody that wants to continue to be sleeping. It's pretty difficult to ignore. So just focusing on the obviously cosmetic and surface level riddles. The Minnesota Vikings with the victory became 3-3 on the season, as you guys can see right here, 3-3 for the season. Carolina Panthers with a loss became 3-3 for the season. Now, that's 3-3, like the number 33, and that's always a number that we look for symbolically on a Sunday, because Sunday actually equals 33 in reverse full reduction. So just on the surface, the 33 presented itself as a possibility to occur. Sunday equaling 33. Now we'll take it a step further, and we can focus on this was the 16th meeting between these two teams. We always do our due diligence and look at the history between these games. So as you guys can see, 16 equals 33 in the purest cipher. One of the most important cipher, the purest, it equals 33. Like both teams could become 3-3, like 33, with the Minnesota Vikings victory. Taking it even one step further than that, this is week 6. So week 6, as you guys can see, equals 33 in that same familiar cipher, which happens to be the purest. And we're going to constantly remind you because it becomes redundant after a while. But also taking it even one more step than that, if you guys look at Kirk Cousins, who's the quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings, he's currently sitting on 33 away losses. So with a win today, he remained on 33 away losses on Sunday, right, equaling 33 in week 6, which equals 33 in the 16th meeting between these two teams, which equals 33, right? So all that is pretty, it's not coincidental, and it's far from being convenient and a coincidence. But we can even take it one more step further than that, focusing on that 33. So the Minnesota Vikings' next opponent that they play, looking ahead in the schedule, happens to be the Cowboys. Cowboys equals 33 in reverse reduction. The Carolina Panthers' next opponent that they face is the New York Giants. New York equaling 33 in reverse full reduction. So the perfect week for both of these teams to become 3-3 versus each other in the perfect meeting, 16th meeting between these two teams, which equals 33, on a Sunday, which equals 33. And just to let you guys know how on track we continue to be with these thorough decodes and the content, I want you guys to focus on this number right here. So Kirk Cousins, who is the person that won the game, this game ended up going to overtime. As you guys can see, the final, it says right there, final/OT. But Kirk Cousins completed 33 passes today. So that just lets you know how on top of the riddle we exactly were. The 33 is very prominent. We're showing you guys exactly how it continues to be relevant to this specific game this week, as well as why on this day of the week and in this specific meeting being the 16th. So he completed his 33rd pass on the winning touchdown play. How funny is that? Also, just taking it further, the Kirk Cousins completed the 33 passes, and also the Minnesota Vikings. We've always reminded the community they happen to be one of the only teams that has Roman numerals. If you guys pay attention in the name, so the Vikings, starts with the V and the I, and there's always this connection to Rome and and history and stuff like that. So the Vikings VI are also known in certain circles as the Six Kings. This being week 6, I thought it was very, very, you know, not not obvious, but I thought it definitely did support the Minnesota Vikings, aka the Six Kings, becoming victorious in week 6, as well as for another reason, because if you guys want take a look, they also scored 6 points in overtime to win the game, right? So week 6, the Six Kings, they scored 6 points to win the game by 6, and playing the Carolina Panthers. And the Panthers happen to be they're part of the Cat family. So if you guys just want to look at the word cat equals 6, week 6. You know what I mean? And also this is the 16th meeting. If you write out the word 6, it equals 16. So it just all happens to come full circle once you bring the numbers together and start to pay attention to exactly what they're giving you, and and put your ego aside and just focus on the details as well as the statistics. So the Six Kings won by 6 in overtime against the Carolina Panthers, part of the Cat family, Cat equaling 6 in week 6, and I just happen to think that it was very, very not only obvious but hilarious that this game played out exactly how it decided to. And also today being the 17th day of the month, right? I thought that this was funny as well. Today being the 17th day of the month, and win equaling 17 in reverse full reduction, and the gentleman that caught the touchdown pass from Kirk Cousins is KJ Osborne, and he wears the number 17. So very, very symbolic and very obvious that this guy decided to, to win the game for his team on the 17th day of the month, win equaling 17, and he just happens to wear the jersey number 17 as well. So, like we said, the riddle just happened to come full circle. It reminded us and, let us know exactly how on top of the riddle we were with the number 33 playing all across the board, as well as with Kirk Cousins finishing the game with 33 completions, winning the game on his 33rd completion, remaining on 33 all-time away losses, and all the other 33s that we decided to remind you guys of. So once again, and for anybody who decided that maybe they didn't appreciate the money line value prior to the game, the Minnesota Vikings were a minus 140 money line favorite prior to the game. So if you didn't appreciate that price, there was a couple instances throughout the game in which you could have jumped on the Minnesota Vikings plus money. So they took a 3-0 early lead, but later on in the game, there was actually two opportunities for you to take advantage of a great in-game live price for the Minnesota Vikings to come back and win the game. So Carolina took the lead 7-3, in the first quarter, which gave you an opportunity to jump on the Minnesota Vikings plus about 125 to come back and win the game. However, later on in the game, in the third quarter, the Carolina Panthers took a 17-12 lead in this game, and that since it was so late in that at that period in the game, it provided a plus 170 money line comeback price for the Minnesota Vikings to defeat the Carolina Panthers, trailing 12-17. And once again, bringing up the number 17, win equals 17. The Minnesota Vikings won on a pass to number 17, and just to let you guys know how prominent that number is, obviously, look at the overtime equals 107, but in numerology, 0 has no value, so 107 could be looked at just like a 17. So the perfect person to bring the victory home for the Minnesota Vikings, wearing the number 17 in overtime, which equals symbolically 107, aka 17, uh, and win equaling 17 as well. So, full circle riddle for you guys to put in the memory bank to use as more and more examples to wake up, people who continue to argue gematria being prominent and very helpful to being a successful handicapper, better, whatever you want to call yourself, edge maker, edge player, whatever way you want to look at it. Gematria continues to be a crucial asset when it's used correctly to dominate the NFL, NBA, whatever it is you decide to apply gematria to. Thankfully, we have a ton of experience and a great successful track record going back a couple of years to lean on, and we're now bringing more content to YouTube on a more consistent basis to wake up people who argue this point every single day that numbers don't matter. Yes, they very much do matter, and it's winning people a shit ton of money, and if you're paying attention, it's right there on the surface for you to take advantage of while the loopholes are there, because they will be closing soon. Obviously, the government oversight is becoming more and more intrusive. They will continue to watch your wallet, your spending habits, and oversee any transactions and currency that you're bringing in, that you're benefiting from. So while there is an opportunity to take advantage of it the right way, the correct way, responsibly, but just like we preach on a daily basis, aggressively at times, but doing it in the same way you would maintain a successful business or start a successful business. Definitely applying those same characteristics, and taking full advantage of what they've been taking advantage of for a very, very long time. And you guys know exactly who I'm talking about. So once again, another great example, another amazing week, a successful week of dominating the NFL. And it's very humbling when you can continue to do that across different sports. And that's it. We're going to continue to put the work in, continue to help those people that we can. The community is growing on a daily basis, and every single week we're getting more and more amazing examples to show the people. And there's great members coming in with amazing perspectives and contributions. So on that note, that's what we're going to continue to do. Continue to build up and do what we've been doing, and let the work speak for itself. There's always going to be a lot of haters. There's always going to be people, preying on your downfall. But that's not what we're focusing on. We're focusing on what we continue to do, and that's win, and that's show people amazing content, waking up people on a daily basis. But ending up in the black way, 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 way more than we ever end up in the red, while at the same time showing people how to use this. And that's a key attribute to what sets us apart. We don't just give people the necessary plays to win. We give them the tools and the outline to apply this to any sport that they may want. We give them the bones and the skeletons of a format that's proven over time to be very, very successful. So, and that's the reason why we have so many haters out there. If we were not being successful, and we were not continuing to be consistent and dominant, there would be nobody paying attention to what we're doing. There would be nobody trying to speak down on what we do and my name. And on that note, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna enjoy my weekend, because that's what we just had an amazing week. So that's what we're doing. Back to back perfect days. MLB and the NFL collaboration. So on that note, if you're already a member of the community, you already know, as we love to say on this channel, gematria at its finest. Easy as 1, 2, 3. And so salute to KJ Osborne, the Minnesota Vikings, and everybody who decided to be a Minnesota Viking taker today because of the content and decode that we provided. Very, very successful day. And we also avoided a lot of pitfalls. There was multiple trap games throughout the NFL. Also, I definitely want to say shout out to another amazing underdog. Definitely reached out to a couple of members who were inquiring about the Arizona Cardinals defeating the Cleveland Browns today, and they happen to be around a plus 160 underdog for the Arizona Cardinals to defeat the Cleveland Browns. So salute to you guys, all my one percenters and my exclusive members that decided to attack this specific game. As you guys can see, it wasn't even close. The Arizona Cardinals defeated the Cleveland Browns 37-14, and they are the only remaining unbeaten team in the NFL. And if you guys are a member of the community, you guys already know why we have been paying attention and been all on top of the Arizona Cardinals in this very special year for them. So on that note, enjoy the rest of your night, enjoy the rest of your week. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of this October, as it's been super beneficial for us. And continue to support those who genuinely support you. Be very cautious of the people that you do choose to support. And, yeah. Peace and love, everybody. Take care of yourselves. We're going to end it like that. All right, salute to you, Mackenzie. Salute to you, Ida. Appreciate you. Always creeping. I'll definitely be speaking to you soon. Have a great weekend. And send everybody my wishes. And yeah, man, if you're not already a member, man, get in tune. The link is in the description for anybody who wants to join up. Appreciate you guys.